Hey, Cub fans. Welcome back to Cubs 24/7, where Randy talks Cubs. We're going to talk Boston Red Sox tonight. We've got a three-game set coming up with the Red Sox in Fenway for the weekend, and I didn't know anything about them. A lot of names I didn't recognize, so maybe you guys are the same. So let's just go ahead and talk about the Red Sox. What are we going to be dealing with in Fenway over the weekend? Sox are 14-12. They lost on Thursday to the Guardians, so they're going to come in with a loss. 14-12, they're in third place currently in the American League East, 3.5 games back. They are 5-5 in their last 10. They have a run differential of plus 21, and they are 3-7 at Fenway. So they're 4 games under 500 at home. They're 11-5 on the road. That's probably too small of a sample size for that to mean much, but that's the situation that exists. 3-7 at Fenway. So let's go ahead and talk about their lineup. I just went and sort of ranked everybody in terms of their at bats, and we got some people on the injured list. So this is the order that, in terms of the volume of at bats, thinking that we're probably going to see them. The first is a left-handed hitting Jarren Duran. Looks like he starts in center field. He hits .255 with a .320 on base, .364 slug, OPS of .684. Leads them in hits. He's got 28 hits, just 1 home run, but he does steal some bases. So sounds to me like a sort of a typical center field leadoff guy. 8 stolen bases, a little bit of pops, got 1 home run, decent on base, and he gets some hits. They have a right-handed hitting Ceddanne Rafaela, plays shortstop, hits 9th, 14 hits, just 1 home run. His slash line's not real good. 163, 204 on base, 279 with a 483 slug. So it sounds like a defense-first guy, doesn't it, for their shortstop, Ceddanne Rafaela. They've got a DH, Masataka Yoshida, left-handed hitting, 233 average, 317 on base, 342 slug, 659 OPS. They've got another left-handed hitting, Emmanuel Valdez, plays some infield, hitting 139 with a 177 on base, 250 slug. They've got another lefty, Wilyer Abreu, plays some outfield, started in right field for them on Thursday. He's hitting 306, 389 on base, 516. So he's got an OPS of 905, left-handed hitting Wilyer Abreu. Looks like probably their best hitter is Tyler O'Neill. Plays outfield, right-handed hitter. He's just under 300 at 298. 429 slug, 667, 429 on base, 667 slug, OPS over 1,000 at 1,096. Leads the team in OPS. Tyler Wong, catcher, right-handed hitter. He's got a really good slash. He's hitting 364, 379 on base, and a 655 slug. His OPS is 1,034. They've got Pablo Reyes, right-handed hitting third baseman. He's slumping a little bit. It looks like 167 with a 224 on base, 204 slug for 428 OPS. They've got Rafael Devers, DHs for him. He's hitting 263. He's lefty as well. They got some lefties. They've got, depending on what they do, they can run 5 or 6 lefties in the starting lineup. So Devers is one of them. 263 average, 382 on base, 491 slug for an 873 OPS. Reese McGuire, their left-handed hitting catcher. He's hitting 275, 339 on base, 412 slug, 751 OPS. Pretty decent. Then they've got Bobby Dahlbeck, their first baseman, right-handed hitter. He's under 100. He's hitting 077. So I don't know what's going on there with Bobby. Another left-handed hitting shortstop, David Hamilton. Played some second base on Thursday. He's hitting under 200 at 194, 275 on base, 306 slug for a 581. Trevor Story, a name that I was familiar with, 226 average with a 617. And they got a guy that has 21 at bats, and I'm not exactly sure what his history is. Rob Refsnyder, outfielder, and he's got 21 at bats, but he's hitting 429, 478 on base, 857 slug, OPS 1335. So I don't know, limited at bats, but he was in the lineup on Thursday. So offensively, that's what we're looking at. They've got some guys with some high OPS. It looks like they got a leadoff hitter with maybe some speed. So they probably got 5 or 6 guys that are capable of getting some things done. I think the best part of the Red Sox team is probably their staff. First of all, they got Kenley Jansen closing. His numbers are Kenley Jansen, I'll give you those. Kenley has got 5 saves, 6 opportunities, ERA 208, 8 walks. He's got a 1.38 whip with an average against a 138. So not like maybe vintage classic prime Kenley Jansen, but still Kenley. Let's go to the starters. Since I know who we're going to be looking at, that's all we'll talk about starter-wise. So there's 3 of them. We're going to have Cutter Crawford on Friday. We're going to face all right-handed pitchers this weekend, starting-wise. Cutter Crawford, 6'1", 195, really good numbers. 0.66 ERA in 5 starts, 27 and a third innings, no home runs, 30 Ks, 11 walks, sub-1 whip, .99, and an average against a 163. And I watched some video of him. He's got some funk in it. Releases the ball from his mitt right at his ear. And it was kind of an interesting release point. Like I said, a little bit of funk, but good stuff. Throws all the pitches, fastball, cutter, curve, slider, got to change. So he's really good. We got him on Friday. On Saturday, it's going to be Josh Winkowski. And Josh is more of a reliever. So he's only had 1 start, 15 innings. Most of his innings have come out of the pen. 4.2 ERA. 18 Ks, 1.8 whip, so that's a little up. Average against is 311. He's a bigger guy. He's 6'4", 265. So of the 3 starters, it looks to me like the Saturday starter is the one that we probably should handle. Cutter's going to be difficult. And then the Sunday starter, Tanner Houck, he's a big drink of water, 6'5", 226, got some length, right-hander. 3-2 win-loss record, 1.65 ERA in 32 and 2/3 innings in 5 starts. So 32 strikeouts, only 5 walks, sub-1 whip. I don't want to scare you, but that looks pretty good. So the Friday and Sunday starters look really good. We're gonna have to bring it, and that's what you expect. That's what we got. So 2 really good starters. One's going to be questionable. In the pen, Kenley Jansen. They got some other guys with some good numbers. Greg Weissert, ERA of 1.69 in 10 and 2/3. They've got Justin Slayton has a save. His ERA is .63 in 14 and a third inning. He's got a .56 whip, average against 130. So Chase Anderson has 2 saves, ERA at 5.52 in 14 and 2/3 innings, 1.16 whip. So they got some guys coming out of the pen. In addition to Kenley, they got 2 or 3 guys that have some really good numbers. So, it's I guess what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get that 3-run homer from somebody, and Shota and Brown and Wicks is going to have to get the job done. That's my game plan. So that's the Red Sox. I like Fenway. I look forward to a series at Fenway all the time. Fenway is my second favorite park. Pretty much always has been. It's very, growing up, the Red Sox had a lot in common with us. So they would have been if I had one, they'd have been my favorite team and favorite place in the American League by far. And I just love watching games at Fenway, and I love when the Cubs are there. So I'm really looking forward to the weekend series with the Sox. So that's a quick look at them. They got some things we're going to have to pay attention to. They're probably a little better than what we faced with the Astros over the last couple days. Probably a little better than the Marlins as well. So we'll have to see. But they are 14-12 in that American League East Division, so they can play. 21 positive run differential and some pitchers that can throw. So I guess we have to go over there and be ready to go. Guys, that's it. Red Sox starting on Friday night, and we'll talk to you after that game. Thanks for joining us here on Cubs 24/7, where Randy talks Cubs. Go Cubs, go.